Anthony Starr is the reason why The Boys is going downhill. Now, before you come after me, please hear me out. Hear me out. I believe that Anthony Starr is one of the greatest actors I have ever seen, and his portrayal of Homelander is one of the best villains I have ever seen. I would put him up there with Javier Bardem as Anton Chigurh or Heath Ledger as Joker. He's done an amazing job, and I want to see him in so many other roles. I think he'd play an amazing Reverse Flash. And in my personal opinion, I think that this newest season and maybe the past few seasons have kind of gone downhill. It's a personal opinion. If you disagree, that's fine. And I think the reason why these seasons are going downhill is because Anthony Starr is just too good of an actor. In season 1 of The Boys, it was focused around Huey. Huey was the main character, and while Homelander was a bad guy, I don't believe he was the main bad guy. The main bad guy in season 1 of The Boys was Vought. Vought was the conglomerate. Vought was the empire. Vought was the villain. Homelander, of course, he was evil. He was just a symptom of the cancer that was Vought. But because Anthony Starr's performance was so good and him and Carl Urban's performances were so good together, the show started focusing more and more on their relationship, and people loved it. The show started to move away from being focused around Huey and start being focused more about Butcher and Homelander. And while I do love their scenes together, I think because they switched from their initial formula, they kind of lost themselves. In season 1, yes, Homelander was Butcher's main target, but they all knew that they had to take down Vought. That's why they released the info about Compound V, because they wanted to take down Vought, because if you take down Vought, Homelander has no power. However, Homelander became such a popular character that they wrote in that he took over Vought, and now Homelander is in control of Vought. And now the show is no longer can we take down Vought, it's can we take down Homelander. And as Stan Edgar said, if they take down Homelander, Stan Edgar's just going to take over Vought again. But I feel like that was kind of really brushed past. The real villain of the show is Vought and is the corporation, and it is the market that churns out these villains. Yes, Homelander's a terrible guy, and yes, he wants to take over the world. But Homelander is just a product. That's all he is. He's a product created by Vought to make sales. That's why Vought created Ryan. They wanted another superhero that was more stable than Homelander that they could sell after Homelander is old and dies. But that's why Ryan's not in the season, because they don't know what to do with him. They don't know how to write him in the story because it's really all about Homelander. And again, I love Homelander. I love the character. I just think that Anthony Starr was too good of an actor for his own good. He's too interesting. He's too fun to watch. And now the show kind of feels like it's running all over the place because they don't know how to finish it. I'm super curious on how they're going to finish this last season. I don't think Homelander's going to win. I just don't think that's what's going to happen. If I was a betting man, I would say they're trying to do a Soldier Boy kind of redemption arc because they want to get people excited for Vought Rising, but I could totally be wrong about that. Yeah, I want to see what you guys think. Do you think that Anthony Starr's performance was the reason why they moved away from Huey and started focusing more on Homelander? And is that the reason why the show fell off? Because that's just my take.